friendly face, one of the OGs from back in the day, won the Blazers Outsiders contest. He's no longer a contestant. He's one of the homies. Stick around. It's going to be a good show.
We're just going to go. We're going to seize the castle.
It's funny. I almost had the opposite reaction of you.
You're a monster. You just taking all out of bad. You own it.
Yeah.
Great.
Well, hello there.
Hey.
Welcome into Blazers
Look at you.
Outsiders.
Just popping up all over the place.
Hi.
Mr. NBC Sports Northwest, Joe Simons,
I
everybody.
lost that title.
We know that's
Yeah.
Danny Meringue.
Hey, now you got somebody coming for your spot, man. Joe just got finished co-hosting The Bridge down there with Jamie Hudson
He's
and Aaron
feeling so good.
Citrus.
He actually showed his armpits.
I'm a little disappointed that you changed your shirt because when I went down there, you were wearing your nice
Medium.
I'm a extra medium button-up shirt. I'm an official host. And
That's
you come back
right.
up here, you're slumming it now. You put on a
Outsiders,
graphic
baby.
tee for us.
Let's do it.
Oh, you're
I'm more
nice, dude.
comfortable. I'm more comfortable here with you guys. I love you both.
Scumbag.
All
good
right,
to be
cool.
here.
Well, it's good to see you.
So what are we? Blazers? What are we talking about?
Yeah, we're going to talk about that.
Kawhi Leonard going to the Clippers? Is that what we're talking about? That's what it said in the thing.
Yeah,
What
well,
does that
That's in
mean?
there.
there's something in there about that.
Tracy Hansen. So Joe built a bridge and got over it.
Oh,
Wow.
nice. Look at that. Look at the
Tracy,
puns. Look at the
coming in
puns.
hot.
I don't know if that's. I like Curtis's take here. If Dame is traded to LA, I will burn this city to the ground.
Wow.
L.A.
Strong take. Strong
Lakers
take.
or Clippers. Either way, if Dame ends up in California,
It's terrible either way.
he's going to burn this place.
Yeah, I mean, the only time I'm accepting Damian Lillard going to California is during the offseason, like when he's visiting Oakland.
When he goes and does his annual
His charity games.
charity
like
stuff,
that, and
that's
works out in the
cool.
community.
That's cool.
That's
We can
allowed.
handle that. We can handle that.
Okay, how did this all start and happen? It was just one like innocuous tweet. Stephen A. Smith says something, and now Dame is a Laker. Like,
Yeah, well, it started
now?
with a guy who's got a less than reputable acceptance around basketball Twitter, and then it picked up from somewhere else, and then all of a sudden people have sources, and it's like it just kind of spiraled out of control. I mean, Stephen A. Smith really kind of kickstarted it by saying that he has a source that is close to Damian Lillard that is going to be able to. He wants to stay in Portland, but New York, the Knicks, and L.A., the Lakers, were where he would go, and those are the only two teams he'd demand a trade to. And we have the audio from that, so we'll go ahead and cue that up for you so you guys can.
But I
hear
got
this.
news for you. It is entirely possible and very, very real that Damian Lillard could end up a Los Angeles Laker or a New York Knick. Being happy in Portland is no longer a priority for Damian Lillard. Damian Lillard wants to be in a situation where he has a chance to compete.
where's he going to compete?
Right. And how is
That's silly.
Stephen? Was he speaking on behalf? Is he like quoting? Is he quoting his source, or is he just giving his opinion?
It sounds a lot like he's trying to say it enough and loud enough that he believes it.
Right. To start it, going from a rumor to like Stephen has said it, so it is written.
But this is how these things gain traction. Is one person begets another person begets. Like the entire thing on ESPN right now, the entire day has been dedicated to Dame, analyzing Dame's tweets, and analyzing what Stephen A. Smith has said. Like that has been the entire day on ESPN today. Like that, it's not LeBron, it's not Boogie to the Warriors. It has been all Dame all day.
Is there baseball to talk about? Like,
Look, if Dame put. I'm typically a happy camper,
does
right?
that mean?
Well, that can mean anything. You know how many random tweets I sent out when I'm drunk in my garage
See,
at
here's
night?
the problem, though. We're playing a little bit of devil's advocate here. Damian Lillard is very measured, very responsible, and knows that what he says is going to be read a certain way. And
Right.
there will be takes to be made. When he put that tweet out there, I think personally, this isn't representative of anybody else, this is from me, that's a little bit of the side eye at Neil O'Shea and the lack of moves and Ed Davis being gone. Like, he's not incredibly thrilled right now.
So typically he's happy, but he's not happy right now.
Yeah.
Can you
and he
blame
likes
him
camping.
for not being happy right now?
and
I mean,
that's
most of
the
the
thing.
city, most of the fans aren't happy right now. So, of course, our franchise player, he might be a little down in the dumps about it, too. That doesn't mean
Doesn't mean he wants to go to
Stephen
LA.
Five-Head A. Smith can come in and just start spreading wildfires.
And the Knicks, why
on
don't
now.
Dame has said on Twitter before, like when people have asked him if he didn't finish his career as a Blazer, where would he go? He's mentioned the Lakers, and I get that. being a California guy, the brand,
Obvious
LA,
reasons.
but also the Utah Jazz.
Right.
So for the Knicks to all of a sudden be thrown in there, like he's going to be well, you know what? He could be a competitor with the Knicks because the East is a train.
East is a
Doesn't this how
dumpster
it
fire.
work? Is you take a kernel of truth and you put that truth with something that's like, okay, the source, and then all of a sudden Stephen A. throws New
rolls
York in
down the
there.
hill.
Right, and then all of a sudden New York is Damian Lillard rumored to go to New York, when really it's just over-caffeinated Stephen A. Smith popping off on his morning show. Like,
Andrew
right?
John on Facebook has a great question, I think. Where would Stephen A. Smith fall in CJ's ratings of journalists? Below Kermit the Frog and the Great Muppet Caper.
Nice, Andrew.
That's a good pull. That's a
Well
good
done.
movie.
That's a deep cut.
I wonder, does CJ respect Stephen A. as a journalist?
He probably respects him as an entertainer.
He, as an entertainer, yeah, he's very entertaining, but I don't know. Yeah, Dame didn't like Ed leaving, but he didn't like Plumlee leaving either. Then Nurk did more. From Adam Smith on Facebook.
If anything is true of Dame is loyal to his guys.
Right.
I don't think anybody's going to.
No one could doubt that.
He's wanted all of his guys to get paid. He's wanted all of his guys to be here. I mean, he said before, a guy like Will Barton, getting shipped out. He didn't enjoy that. Losing Ed Davis, he didn't enjoy that. He was tight with Mason Plumlee. He didn't enjoy that. But that loyalty can backfire. Because if you look at a situation like LeBron with the Cavaliers, he got his guys paid. J.R. Smith, Tristan Thompson. They're vastly overpaid, and now where the Cavaliers find themselves. Even if LeBron came back, they wouldn't have had the ammunition necessary to add another star to that team because the homies got paid.
Right.
The guys that are real tight with LeBron got paid. And not the guys on the outside, not the guys that are rotating through every year. It's the guys that are real tight. And I think the same thing is being somewhat true of Damian Lillard. His guys have gotten paid.
Summer League talk and Zach Collins' beak on Blazers Outsiders.
Trevor, man. Come on in, bud.
Karen Moore White, so when will we know if Dame goes or stays?
Is he
I mean,
mic'd up?
yeah, he's my
1, 2, 3.
Is he going
this way, yeah.
I'm gonna,
Yeah.
I was gonna
One,
That's
two,
easier.
three. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I had two people text me during that segment and said, "Is your boy going to LA?"
Oh, my God.
I've had so many people.
What are we doing here? Kawhi to the Clippers.
Wow, we have a first person hopping in with trade Dame. Aaron Lawson.
Who said that? Aaron Lawson.
Well, here's the thing: is Chad Dewing put out that pool yeah, you can check in there. Put out that poll. Was that today? Earlier this morning? Whether they should kickstart the rebuild and trade Dame, and it.
2/3 no.
Well, yeah, I know, but that's not surprising. The surprising part is the third said yes.
I thought it would be 90-10.
At worst, like 85-15. That's what's kind of weird about this. Like the whole narrative, I think, is changing around a little bit, and that's a little weird. As far as when we'll know, Karen, about October 15th.
Sam, we're going to be talking about that here. So we are going to talk about the
press conference.
Press conference, right? Yeah, we're going to be talking about that.
Kawhi, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up? Welcome back into Blazers Outsiders. Danny, Shane, Joe, and Trevor.
Trevor,
Hi,
welcome back, buddy. How you doing? How you doing?
Feels great to be home.
The first, yeah, there it
Good
is.
to have you.
He's the first time returning guest,
He is.
and not even a guest, because the first time you
Part of the family.
You were a contestant winner the first time. If you guys don't remember, Trevor won our first. It was like be on the Outsiders contest we had. So then you were a contestant. Now you're back. When you're here,
Now you're a guest.
we are the Olive Garden of
honored.
Blazer shows.
It's on my resume.
Is it? Have you gotten any work since you put it on your resume?
Getting there. Getting there.
Ian Carmel got a Netflix special out of us.
Out of us?
Out of
We're
us?
the reason why. Yeah.
I love it.
It's just a matter of time for me.
Yeah. Well, Trevor's going to be here for the remainder of the show. We're going to talk about all the kind of crazy stuff, including what Zach, Phantom of the Opera mask, and Kawhi,
Press
right?
conferences.
Press conferences, all that good stuff. So
Stay
Yeah.
tuned.
stay tuned. Maybe. Tracy, Olive Garden charges family.
What?
Tracy, if you don't charge your
Tracy?
family at every meal, then you're doing it wrong, okay?
You just get your purse. You put all the breadsticks and salad. in
Yeah,
there.
dude.
You're on your way.
Max
Backpack it.
Beat cannot handle Biggie's inside heat.
Portland not good no more. Well, Aaron,
It's not entirely
yeah.
wrong. That's the problem here is that
There were some projections that came out to Portland would be 10th.
yeah, that's from Jacob Goldstein.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I put that out there earlier today.
Let's put it this way. I'm a little too excited about Summer League.
Why? Is there such a thing as a little too excited? You
Yeah,
think you'll
because
get
it
your
means-
hopes up for the season? And
Well,
then,
here's the problem.
just means the regular
Everybody,
Right.
that's, you heard Chris say it. Everybody that Portland's playing in their pool rounds, they're all playing in either Sacramento or Utah beforehand. So they're
Good.
already
They have
like,
reps.
so,
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, you have been missing out on charging your kids. Send them an invoice, Tracy. What are you doing? My kid hasn't eaten in weeks because she still owes me money. So, and I'm a good father.
Adam Smith is excited to see the 7'2" dude we picked up late last year.
Yeah.
Who would that be?
Georgios Papagiannis.
There it is.
My boy.
Recent birthday boy.
Good pronunciation.
Thank
Oh,
you.
Don't give him credit. He says that all the time.
Practice that in the mirror. Howdy doodles. More Blazers outside.
God, dude.
Danny, Shane, Joe, Trevor joining us.
Howdy
Fellas,
doodles.
here we go.
Yeah. What we got?
Summer League.
Yes.
Did you just give me jazz hands?
He did.
Zach Collins.
Zach Collins, mask on. Zach,
Off.
no more shirt off. Ed, what do we feel? How do you feel about Zach in the Summer League?
Well, I feel like he's a candidate that's maybe he's only going to play a couple of games and they're going to sit him for rest, which I hope not because he needs some playing experience.
You think he should go out there and show out and show what
Show
he's
out,
done?
show off
Yeah.
his new muscles, right? Did you see the article today about
Yeah, I saw the article today.
20
He's-
pounds of muscle?
Danny is, by the way, sorry to interrupt Trevor, but Danny is so mad about this. Because he put on 20 pounds. It was from last offseason. It's not just when the season ended.
the whole thing. If
He
you
doesn't look that much bigger.
Thank you.
The reason he doesn't look that much bigger is because he's put on 5 pounds since the end of the season.
Also,
That's the thing, people. Like, he can get bigger. A 21-year-old going 4 months and where his entire job is to eat and work out and play basketball. I hope you put on 5 pounds.
Also, the article said that he's cut out sugar altogether, and I know Zach's probably watching now. I have to rat him out because I saw him at Salt and Straw.
Ooh.
Oh, what?
Which I think he should eat sugar, right? He just needs as many
At
calories.
least
as he can
20.
Bro, don't come on here snitching on our show. You got to go on a
snitch
different
free
show.
environment.
I don't want to
snitching, dog.
I mean,
I want him to eat that
He's not doing the Michael Phelps at the Olympics diet. Do y'all remember that stuff?
Oh,
He was
weed?
Like yeah, no.
I remember that. That's the diet, right?
That's the post Olympic recovery.
Oh, okay, yeah.
No, he was. They outlined it was something like 10,000 or 12,000 calories a day. It was absolutely insane.
Who else is looking good for the Summer League lineup?
Well, Swanigan, because I think he realizes that he needs somebody to kind of fall back a little bit for him to get some minutes. This is probably why he broke Zach's nose.
Oh,
Don't
so
you guys want to see Simons?
I know you do.
Yeah.
Are you excited about
the
that?
jersey?
Yeah. I mean, I'm going
Yeah.
to.
Do you have
Did you order it yet?
No. I told you. I'm going to wait till I see it.
At Fred Myers, you keep saying that.
Yes.
It's
you're
not
not a
gonna be
real.
at Fred
Yeah,
Myers.
it's
You
not
keep-
going to be there.
then you-
It's not going to be there.
It's going to be there. Just wait. I'm going to be irrational about Simons. I'm just going to be. So I can't have a fair opinion about him. You know who I want to see? Papagiannis.
Papagiannis.
I do.
I knew you were going to say that.
Sure. Why not?
Well, in the first
I want to see
matchup,
if he's got anything.
in their first matchup, their first game, they're gonna play a team that's got plenty of big boys.
Who are they playing first?
Jazz, and they've got a 7'2", 310-pound kid. They've got another couple other 7-footers, about 260, 270.
Yeah, but
So
yeah,
they've
a lot
got
of big guys.
they got Diamond Stone, who's
Tony Bradley,
candidate for one of
Yeah.
the best names in the NBA.
What
right
was
now.
that name?
Diamond Stone,
Wow.
great name.
Who's going to Vegas? Raise your hand.
I got
Not
a
I.
show to do.
Oh, true.
In here.
Yeah,
And in here.
You guys
I'm
can
always in
call.
Vegas.
I'll be in Vegas, so you need me to call in to the
There you
show
go.
to report.
You're going to be there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to
Annual
happen.
tradition with my friends. It's the 5th year in a row I'm going.
it is a
So fun.
really good
It's
time.
like my favorite NBA experience.
You get to be the really cool thing about summer league. Have either of you guys been? Okay, the cool thing about it is like you can sit wherever you want to. It's
Intimate.
open seating. So if you get down there early enough, or if there's somebody you want to see, you can get right down on the floor. And the amount of trash talk that occurs is just mwah.
Yeah.
Luis Montero and Devin Booker went at it 3 years ago. Montero hit a shot against Booker and started chirping him, and Booker came down. I think he dropped 18 straight on Montero and lit into him every single time. And that was the last time we ever saw Devin Booker at Summer League.
Poke the Badger. You don't do that to Book. With all that new money he's getting. Adam Smith says we need Caleb to show up this year big time. His D is my concern.
Yeah, that's a concern.
Yeah,
He's
that's always-
fl-
that's fair enough.
Yeah, the two things that I think that Caleb has to show is that he can move his feet defensively, and show that he can get his shot off against taller and longer defenders.
Right.
Because he got his shot blocker altered quite a bit. And if he can show that he can at least hedge out to above the free throw line and knock down an outside shot consistently and finish over taller guys inside, there's no reason to think he can't pick up some of Ed's minutes.
That's what I was going to ask you. He's got to be the guy to pick up Ed's minutes. Right?
He's easily the first candidate between him and Collins. I could see Collins getting his 16 minutes that he got last year, picking up 6 to 8 maybe at center to kind of work him into that role in the right matchup. Or if they need somebody bigger, instead they go with Swanigan.
What about Baldwin? Any anticipation for old Wade?
Sure. I'm excited to see it.
Yeah.
I mean, he had that great moment against Houston.
That was exactly that. A great moment.
Right.
Yeah.
But it gives you something to think about and say, okay, if he comes out, has a great summer league, maybe he works his way into the rotation at some points, gets some minutes.
Well, they
It's
have
possible.
They have to guarantee his contract by the 19th.
Right.
Exactly.
So
So,
this is big.
summer league is huge for him.
This is his time to really show out. And I'm honestly curious. I'm most curious about Jake Layman because they guaranteed his contract too, and this kind of happened with Pat Connaughton and other players, and Alan Crabb. They didn't really show out until the third year in summer league. That's really when.
Well, even then, Pat had a rough
had
summer league
horrible
last
summer
year.
league. So, but this is his opportunity.
This is make or break. This is
Yeah.
whether or not you're going to be in the NBA next year, or if you're playing overseas if you want to continue playing
like
basketball.
exactly.
So,
Oh,
no, Wade Baldwin's a good one though because
Yeah.
the Blazers signed Seth Curry, and that's an easy candidate to see coming in as that backup point guard. And if Wade doesn't really show something here, there's no reason really to guarantee the contract.
No, I think he's really got to show out. I don't think he'll be a Blazer next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they signed Seth.
And our colleague at NBC Sports Northwest, Chris Burkhart, made a good point before we came in here, Danny, that the first few opponents that the Blazers have
Everybody
summer
in
league
their pool competition.
has games under their belt.
Right.
So whereas this team, obviously the Blazers know each other, but there's a lot of guys who have
And
not
they've just been practicing for, 4 days?
exactly right. No real live game action, so something to watch out for at the start of Summer League. Okay, well, there's a press conference coming up tomorrow. Twitter went crazy about it.
A little bit.
What's going to happen? We talk about it next on Blazers Outsiders.
There are some really
Trev, you getting some love, man. Craig, your uncle?
Hey,
Blaze we have.
he did a great job barbecuing yesterday.
Wave Wayne Baldwin.
I don't like
Thanks
Wayne
for the
Baldwin.
burgers.
I don't like
Yeah.
Wayne Baldwin either.
I don't like his game.
Wayne? Yeah, we should dump Wayne.
Yeah.
The worst Baldwin. Yeah, shout out to Craig. I heard you killed it on the barbecue yesterday. Were you hanging out with your uncle for the 4th?
Yeah, hanging out, little poolside barbecue.
Poolside barbecue. You guys,
Wore the 4th of July hat.
of course, both of you holding bald eagles,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
True Americans.
Both of you holding bald eagle.
What's our shot clock?
Collins is so versatile, he can play
Shane
some power forward
content
too.
is what it says.
Or for the shot clock?
Danny, have you talked about how Zach Collins is not ready to be a starting center?
Yeah, about 1 billion times.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure you covered.
What's our 24-second?
It's Kawhi going to New York, or is that going to be used?
Oh no, we were gonna do the Zach Collins mask.
Oh, talk about his face.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
We're gonna talk about Zach's face.
Got a nice face.
Collins is so versatile, he can play some power forward. He's not a center. He's playing power forward.
That's his only position.
Danny's had enough.
Let the guy actually get out there and develop before we say what he is.
Cornerstone.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Big as your guy, right?
For Blazers Outsiders, Danny, Shane, Joe, and Trevor sitting
Yeah.
in with us. This 24-second shot clock is brought to you by our Northwest Honda dealers. So we're going to talk about Kawhi Leonard. Is that what we're gonna do here?
No, we're
No.
going to talk about
No.
Zachary of the Opera. Collins.
Okay. What about him? His nice mask?
He has a beautiful mask. Look at that. I like the
Posing.
carbon fiber. It's a little Dark Knight-ish for him. I bet he wore that at that EDM rave you went to in Vegas.
I'm a little more partial to the slap shot guys. Just go with the foil, coach.
Yeah, there you go.
Just give me the foil.
There it is.
He'll be switching to a clear mask apparently for Summer League.
Oh, are they getting him fitted for the clear?
They are
Anything
the
to
Rip
give him
Hamilton?
some edge.
the Rip.
The Rip
Okay.
Hamilton.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shout out to the one dude from the Saint Lunatics that used to wear a mask too. Remember that? Shout out to Nelly. He's a big fan of the show.
I was thinking Slipknot, so you had me totally.
Different times.
More
different-
Blazers Outsiders coming up.
have LaMarcus back?
Can we have LaMarcus back? Is what Brendan, love the name, buddy, is asking. Can we have him back? That's that's a reoccurring theme that everybody keeps.
That's so
bringing up.
weird. Is it like over the last like 3
It's
or
been
4
popping
months?
back up
like
hard.
people are like, "Can we have LaMarcus back now, please?"
Would you take him back? Uh-oh.
Man,
He had to think about this.
If you had to decide between Kevin Love or LaMarcus, who are you taking?
Oof.
in terms of helping the Blazers win right now,
Now, tomorrow, forever.
probably Kevin Love.
Oh God, no! Why?
Why?
Man,
What does Love do better than LaMarcus Aldridge?
What's Love got to do with
he's a
it?
three-point shooter, a million times better three-point
We're
shooter.
still here.
I don't even know. Go. You've been
Shoots
waiting.
three-pointers at volume. LaMarcus is
Volume, yes.
He's a better passer than LaMarcus.
Outlet passer. Yes.
Tracy says love.
I think he's better at the elbow passing too.
Tracy Love. No LaMarshmallow.
He
says
didn't
Tracy.
disrespect Dame.
Isn't Kevin Love better at rebounding too?
It's a push nowadays.
Oh, I like what Brandon was saying. Having Dame traded to the Lakers is absolute trash. CJ maybe if we get a win-win scenario. What would be the win-win scenario though?
Ingram Kuzma
Ooh, that ain't happening.
Troy says LaMarcus.
for Dame? No.
Oh, right.
Damn. Did you hear? With going with Kawhi?
Five, four, three, two, one.
More Blazers Outsiders. Joe, Shane, Danny, Trevor in with you. Boys,
Joe.
I want to get to this because
Okay.
this happened. Thanks for watching on Facebook Live.
Yeah.
See what happens during
Shout
the
out to you guys.
breaks. Danny, Trevor, going into their respective corners.
Oh,
Right
yeah.
here we got LaMarcus. Over here we got Kevin Love. Danny, you start. Why LaMarcus over Love?
Uh-oh.
Why not?
Don't look at him. Look
That's-
at
that's-
Trevor.
Why not?
Face your opponent.
Give me the guy that's more athletic. Doesn't there? Oh, we give an analytics drop. There
Analytics
we go.
drop.
Super producer
There you go.
Derek.
He's earning that title now. More athletic, better defender, more versatile. Can actually stay on the floor consistently. Doesn't have 9 concussions.
Is it 9?
It's probably like 5, but still, it's a lot. It's more than 1. And he knows the offense. He has a relationship with Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum. Like Kevin Love, like don't get me wrong, I think he's a solid player. I just don't. I've never thought that the answer for the Portland Trailblazers ended with Kevin Love.
Ding, Trevor.
Yeah, Trevor, your rebuttal.
I don't think it ends with LaMarcus or Kevin Love. I don't think that's either or. But Kevin Love is a much better three-point shooter in volume, and I honestly think he fits in Stott's system better than LaMarcus does. Because what happened with LaMarcus, a lot of times it would just end up in the post with him, and then backing down and doing his thing, and that didn't really fit within the system for me. So.
I don't know. I think 54 wins was a pretty good system.
Well, I mean, it was, but I'm talking about now with Dame and how CJ have evolved. I think Kevin Love fits better with how they've evolved.
Riveting.
Boys, let's get our conspiracy hats on. Get your tinfoil.
It's
Oh,
never
we don't
off
need
with
to.
Danny. It's
They
never,
put
it's
them on
never
for
off,
us
man.
here. They put them on for us.
Blazers announced there's a 10 a.m. press conference tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Twitter lost it.
Yep.
Oh,
First of all, let's take the rational approach. Isn't this just that the moratorium on free agents is ending tomorrow, and they're going to introduce
So Casey Holdall
Sauce
put
Castillo?
out
Yeah.
Casey Holdall put out the tweet and said, just announced blanket that the Blazers are hosting a press conference tomorrow at 10 a.m. And now I first looked at that like that's kind of weird because when they announce this, they typically tag to announce such and such, and I was like, oh, moratorium. As far as Stauskas goes, they have actually announced Stauskas already because the CBA allows you to announce minimum deals within 2 years that are guaranteed for 2 years or less.
So this is going to be the Seth Curry show tomorrow?
So it'll be Seth Curry and possibly Gary Trent Jr. if they've worked out whatever that deal is. I'm assuming they've worked that out because Trent Jr. is supposed to play in Vegas, and you shouldn't be playing unless you have a contract done.
But in all likelihood, there will be a press conference, and Neil O'Shea will be there.
Right. That we can't say
Maybe.
that.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, probably.
In all likelihood.
He'll probably be on his way to Summer League, so he'll be, I don't know, Skyping in to
Yeah,
the press
there you go.
conference.
from the Blazers plane.
There you go.
The other rumor I heard is that it would be the Blazers announcing their G League team, which would be cool.
That'd be dope.
We've heard a little bit about that over the last couple of weeks too. So I mean, don't get me wrong. I'd like to see that happen because I think the Blazers would benefit from a G League team.
And you have an international presence. You got
Yeah.
a team in Canada. I have to say, when I first saw that a G League team might be coming to Vancouver, I
You
thought,
thought
oh my God,
Washington.
Washington.
Yeah, right over the
How
bridge.
fun's that going to
The
be?
logistics involved with Vancouver, BC, just don't make a lot of sense to me. Like part of the reason they pulled out of the joint relationship they had with Boise was that it was just too far away. Well, the distance between here and Boise and here to Vancouver, BC is about the same. So if it's logistically problematic to get to Boise, now you've got to deal with customs and everything else going back and forth, and
And that bridge,
yeah,
I-5 bridge.
Yeah, exactly. There's a million problems there with going back and forth to BC. So if they do announce a G League team is coming to Portland or to the Portland Trailblazers franchise, I just have a hard time believing it's going to be Vancouver, BC.
Well, other than the conference tomorrow, Summer League, it's not all serious business. We got a couple of Lakers out there, Hart and Kuzma out there pulling some practical joker type pranks in one of the shoe stores out there. We have a clip for that, I believe.
It's a nice shirt, man. I like back.
You gotta give him a hug. Give him a hug.
Can I have a hug, man?
Just go in for it. Just go
Can I
in
have a
for
hug?
it.
Come on, man. Come on. Oh, that's what I'm saying. You a good guy. You a good guy.
Go ask that guy over there if he needs help.
Fall down. Fall down. Fall down.
How you doing,
fall
man?
down. Fall
Feeling
down.
good? Fall down. Just fall down.
Gotta watch that crack. Watch out for that crack. It'll get you.
Do you? It's no surprise to me that Kuz is involved with this kind of jokery stuff, because didn't they have all season
The beef back
sharpening
and
their
forth between
chops, just roasting
him and
ball?
Lonzo?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
The
good
last one went in
yeah,
pretty
went in
hard.
cold.
Yeah.
I like that. I like
it
that.
was so bad that the Lakers kind of had to send a memo up to those guys, say, "Hey, that's enough." Like I get that it's all good fun and good natured, but that's no. Like we've jumped the shark.
I feel like these guys would say yes, but I'm curious what you would say. Stranger comes up to you in a shoe store, wants a hug. Do you turn them down?
Absolutely.
It depends.
Danny's not.
It depends.
I didn't know. I knew you for 3 months before you would even shake my hand, so I know you're not going to hug a stranger. What Blazers players would be good to do that kind of practical joke kind of stuff?
Turner, right? Evan
Oh,
Turner.
yeah.
ET would be down for that
good.
for sure. I think ET and CJ would have a good
CJ.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But do you think there would be some inappropriate stuff?
Absolutely. That was what make
Potentially.
it great.
Yeah, go
Yeah.
punch that dude in the face.
Well, we're running out of time here, Shane. So you want to?
Oh yeah, hey,
wanna do some things?
I got a show coming up. It's a big deal. It's Control Yourself. It's a comedy show. It's a reunion. A very funny comic, Joanne Schinderly, who now lives in L.A., was a Portland native in the comedy scene. She's in a great show. Sunday, July 15th. $15 at the Clinton Street Theater. It's going to be a good time. I'm on there. Steph Tolov is a very funny comic and my friend from L.A. I keep forgetting that sometimes I do stand-up comedy because I'm so hardcore about this basketball stuff. But you guys should come out and see me, and I'll be telling jokes and probably drunk.
Trevor, thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Danny, Shane, Joe, go to that show. Bye.